Hey everybody, it is late at night and I am Norman. My wife recently had a birthday and she actually got a watch for her birthday. Now my wife does not wear watches ever. She basically just wears a fitness tracker, so this watch did not come from me. Our neighbors, who we actually recently went to Vegas with, you might have seen that video, they bought it for her. It's a ladies' Swatch, and this is the craziest Swatch I've ever seen. Now I know what you're thinking, we've seen the thumbnail, it looks pretty normal. Yeah, let me flip the camera around and I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is what's so crazy about my wife's Swatch. It is itty bitty. I had no idea that Swatch made watches this tiny. When my neighbor was showing me the link, I figured that it was just a standard Swatch ladies watch, which is a few millimeters smaller than the gents. Kind of like the Swatch Blue Bay. I remember when I was in middle school, I actually borrowed one of those once and wore it for a while. I actually had a turquoise bay too back then. But this is just baby. It's so crazy how tiny this watch is. I did not expect this. So when she opened her present, I was as surprised as she was. I mean, check this out. This is a 34mm gents swatch. And this is my wife's. Super tiny. The strap that it shipped on is a really soft silicone strap. It's really nice. Super pliable, super comfortable feeling. And I do like the buckle on these tiny little straps because it's so rectangular. That's pretty cool. It would be cool if on the larger straps they kind of elongated the buckles a bit so they still have this kind of proportion. But yeah. And as you can see, this watch is already leading a rough life. My wife's a hairdresser, so there's a lot of moisture under here, chemicals and whatnot. Bear in mind, she's owned this watch for less than a week now. So, yeah. Typical Swatch case back here. And it's nice and thin, like swatches are. Let's pop this crown out and see what it's like to operate it on this itty bitty watch. And as you can see, that crown is also very tiny. It's pretty easy to get a grip on it, so that's cool. But it's so small, it's really tough to turn. You have to kind of just grip it and twist your wrist. And swatches don't hack, so even when the crown's out, the seconds hand is going. Pop it back in. Yeah, it feels nice. Very cool. The case on this is a typical Swatch case, only miniaturized. And it's already got like one little scratch here. I'm surprised that the crystal hasn't gotten scratched yet. It does have maybe hairspray or something on it. I tried to clean that off, but yeah. The design on this dial is so cool. I feel like that is very Bauhausy, and it looks so great. When I saw this in person, I was like, I may need to track down a gents watch that looks like this. With the black dial, white hands and seconds hand, and Bauhausy Arabics around there. Yeah, I may have to see if there is such a beast, because that is really cool looking. And these swatches are really affordable too. At least where my neighbor picked this one up, it retailed for around $50. So not bad at all, which is perfect for my wife. She can wear this until it dies, and then we can get her another swatch. Perfect. So this particular watch is the LB170E. As for the specifications on this watch, the case size is 25 millimeters, the case height is 7 millimeters, the lug to lug is 31 millimeters, and the lugs are roughly 12 millimeters. They're kind of difficult to measure with those prongs in there. The movement in this is just a typical Swatch quartz movement, and the water resistance is 30 meters. Now I'm sure this is the moment that you've all been waiting for, but I am not going to do a wrist shot of this watch because that would just look ridiculous. So I got some footage of my wife wearing it, and there is my wife's swatch on her 6 1/4 inch wrist. It looks really good on her. It's the perfect style for her. And it's pretty amazing that she's been wearing it every single day since she got it. I'm shocked. Usually she wears a fitness tracker watch, but yeah, she's been wearing this and it looks great. Yeah, so what a cool gift that our neighbor got her. This is a very cool little swatch. So there you have it, my wife's brand new itty bitty, super tiny little swatch. Thanks for watching.